Clear? Clear? Good afternoon and welcome to this afternoon's plenary meeting. The first item of business today is nomination of First Minister under Standing Order 8. Are there any nominations for appointment as First Minister?
I nominate Vaughan Gething.
Are there any other nominations?
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Are there any further nominations? I nominate Rhina Piorwerth.
No others?
As there are 3 nominations, I will conduct a vote by roll call and invite each member present to vote for a candidate. I will call each member present in alphabetical order. Please clearly state the name of the candidate that you support when I call your name, or indicate clearly that you wish to abstain. In accordance with Standing Order 8.2, neither the Deputy Presiding Officer nor the Llywydd are permitted to vote.
Let's start. Mick Antonev.
Vaughan Gething.
Mabra Gwynfor.
Rhyn ap Iorwerth.
Rhina Piorwerth.
Rhyn ap Iorwerth.
Natasha Asker.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Hannah Blythen.
Vaughan Gething.
Dawn Bowden.
Vaughan Gething.
Jane Bryant.
Vaughan Gething.
Kevin Campbell.
Rhyn ap Iorwerth.
Evan David.
Vaughan Gething.
Alan Davis.
Vaughan Gething.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Gareth Davis.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Paul Davis.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Jane Dodds.
Vaughan Gething.
Mark Drakeford.
Vaughan Gething.
James Evans is absent. Rebecca Evans.
Vaughan Gething.
Jonathan Saunders.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Luke Fletcher.
Rhyn ap Iorwerth.
Peter Fox.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Heledd Vychan.
Rhyn ap Iorwerth.
Russell George is absent. Vaughan Gething.
Vaughan Gething.
Tom Gifford.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
John Griffiths.
Vaughan Gething.
Leslie Griffiths.
Vaughan Gething.
Llŷ Griffith.
Rhyn ap Iorwerth.
Sian Gwenllian.
Rhyn ap Iorwerth.
Mike Hedges.
Vaughan Gething.
Vicky Howells.
Vaughan Gething.
Altaf Hussain.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Jane Hutt.
Vaughan Gething.
Hugh Ranker Davis.
Vaughan Gething.
Mark Isherwood.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Joel James.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Julie James.
Vaughan Gething.
Delyth Jewell.
Rhyn ap Iorwerth.
Laura Ann Jones.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Samuel Kurtz.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Jeremy Miles. Darren Miller is absent. Eluned Morgan.
Vaughan Gething.
Julie Morgan.
Vaughan Gething.
Sarah Murphy.
Vaughan Gething.
Lynn Neagle.
Vaughan Gething.
Breda Owen Griffiths.
Piorwerth.
Rhiannon Passmore is absent. Adam Price.
Rhyn ap Iorwerth.
Trini Rathbone is absent. Sam Rowlands.
Davis.
Jack Sargent.
Vaughan Gething.
Ken Skates.
Vaughan Gething.
Colin Thomas.
Vaughan Gething.
Lee Waters.
Vaughan Gething.
Joyce Watson. Buffy Williams is absent. Shona Williams. Shona Williams.
Rhyn ap Iorwerth.
And I think I missed out Mark Drakeford. Didn't I? Oh, I did have it, yes. Diolch. But now an hour.
We will now pause for the clerk to confirm the result of the vote.
You can ask, but you won't get. Not unless there are figures. I don't read the numbers out, do I? All right. Okay, Trevin. Dunno.
Order. This is the result of the vote taken by roll call. I therefore declare that Vaughan Gething is nominated for appointment as First Minister of Wales in accordance with section...
Just checking. Then section 47(4) of the Government of Wales Act. Wasn't sure. I will now recommend to His Majesty the appointment of Vaughan Gething as First Minister, and I invite Vaughan Gething to address the Senedd.
Diolch, Deputy Llywydd, a diolch aelodau.
Thank you, Deputy Presiding Officer, and thank you to the members who have supported my nomination today.
Members who have supported my nomination today. I am particularly grateful to my predecessor, Mark Drakeford, for his nomination and for the support that he has offered me, not just in recent days, but through the many years that we have worked so closely together. I don't think any of us would ever want to live through those dark days of the pandemic again. But, like other colleagues here, I was incredibly grateful to have Mark as our First Minister through that time. History will rightly judge Mark for the compassionate, collegiate and ethical leadership that shone through those dark days for our nation. It is said that no legacy is so rich as honesty. Mark's leadership is characterised by those words. Yesterday's contribution placed that firmly on the record once more. So can I today, once again, say diolch yn fawr, Mark, for everything that you have done for Wales. Now, during Mark's contribution following his nomination as First Minister, he recalled how on difficult days, Rhodri Morgan would utter the words, tin hat on, moments before heading into First Minister's questions. This was in December 2018, and I remember Mark asking his watching family to make sure that Father Christmas would deliver him a tin hat that year. So to my relatives watching on today, I'd really rather not wait until Christmas. Sometime in the next 3 weeks would be ideal. But Deputy Llywydd, as we look back at those stories of the people who have shaped devolution in its first quarter century, it is striking that there are now growing numbers of people here in Wales who have never known a time without it. In my slightly misspent youth, I included some time campaigning in the Yes for Wales movement that helped to win the referendum that made days like today possible. For a growing number of members in this chamber, devolution, Welsh solutions, Welsh problems and opportunities has been a constant feature of our adult lives. In recent years, we have pushed the boundaries of what is possible with devolution. We did it, for example, to keep Wales safe. But in that same period, we have seen unprecedented hostility towards democratic Welsh devolution from a UK government that is determined to undermine, frustrate and bypass the Welsh Government and this Senedd. As well as leaving Wales with less say over less money, it is deeply corrosive, wasteful and undemocratic. As First Minister, I look forward to standing up for Wales and for devolution in the weeks and months to come. But I relish the opportunity to cooperate for Wales with a new UK government that invests in partnership and in Wales's future. I relish it because, like so many members and friends here today, I want Wales to thrive in the sunshine that hope and social justice can offer all of us, no matter what our background, what we look like, or who we love. My Cymru yn heiddi, mwy nag.
Wales deserves more than just sunny spells.
Intervals, where hope too often feels hard to find, we can embrace fresh optimism and new ambition for a fairer Wales built by all of us. Deputy Llywydd, I have spoken in recent days about my determination to offer a listening ear and the hand of friendship to anyone in this Senedd and beyond, where we share that ambition for our country's future. Delivering on the needs of the people of Wales requires collective commitment to listening. In the face of new forces of division, restoring trust and recovering dignity in the way that we speak to one another is more important than ever. Those who seek to amplify nasty populism are hungry for a disunited Wales. Our task, I believe, is to prevent the victory of division and hate by building bridges, by listening, by recreating a bond of trust between people and power. These are the ingredients of a kinder and more effective politics, one where we overcome the ruthless efforts to make our warm nation turn cold. As First Minister, I will bring together a government that constantly makes the positive case for progressive politics, to remind people that only through coming together can we achieve for the many. So I choose to make a stand for positivity, to never fan the flames that are hurtful to people and damage our standing in the world. To stand for a set of ideas and policy innovations that are rooted in Welsh values. To stand for a leadership grounded not in bitterness, resentment, or the fruitless search for a past that never was, but a leadership based on hope. To advance the case for human rights, for solidarity, and for a commitment to play a collective international role in addressing the challenges that we face. Deputy Llywydd, I cannot let this election, nomination, pass without saying something about its historic significance. I am, after all, the first elected leader of my party and indeed my country with an app in their name. We have, of course, today voted also to ensure that Wales becomes the first nation anywhere in Europe to be led by a black person. It is a matter of pride, I believe, for a modern Wales, but also a daunting responsibility for me, and one that I do not take lightly. But today we can also expect a depressingly familiar pattern to emerge, with abuse on social media, racist tropes disguised with polite language, people questioning my motives, and yes, they will still question or deny my nationality, whilst others will question why I am playing the race card. To those people I say once more, it is very easy not to care about identity when your own has never once been questioned or held you back. I believe the Wales of today and the future will be owned by all those decent people who recognise that our Parliament and our government should look like our country. People who recognise that our hope and ambition for the future relies on unleashing the talent of all of us. A Wales that recognises that we can celebrate our differences and take pride in all those things that draw us together and make us who we are. That is the Wales that I want to lead. A Wales full of hope, ambition and unity. Diolch, Deputy Llywydd. Diolch pawb.
Give them their 5 minutes. And Vaughan, May I wish you all the best in your new role as First Minister of this Senedd and of Wales. Good luck. But for clarity purposes, I now wish to record the votes. There were 51 votes cast, 27 in favour of Vaughan Gething.
Well, the new Welsh Labour leader, Vaughan Gething, who has been elected as the First Minister of Wales, talked about his ambition for his country's future, about restoring trust and recovering dignity. He wants, he says, a kinder and more effective politics, wishes to make a stand for positivity that's rooted in Welsh values and a leadership based on hope. Also made reference to the fact that he is Wales's first black leader, and he said, that would mean that the day would be marked for him with abuse on social media. But he said it's very easy for people to question your identity when your own identity has never been questioned or held you back. And for that, he received applause and thumps on the desk from members of the Senedd. He says he has great pride in modern Wales, but it is a daunting responsibility to take on this role, and a role that he has not taken on lightly. So Vaughan Gething, he will officially become the leader after the King is recommended the nominee, but essentially he is now the new leader.
That there is a child here who has died.